Checked everything. I think the signal interceptor's ready to go.
Yes, ma'am. I am ready.
Let's do this.
Let's do this.
Head up onto the platform and we'll see if I can find a signal to lock onto.
Oh shit, going to the Institute for the first time.
Pull yourself together and get up
Holy
onto that
fuck,
platform.
alright. Shit, ain't gonna be so aggressive. Woo! Let's go find my son.
Let's see. Relays dialed in. Beam emitters warmed
Let's it up now.
Everything looks
now.
green. Let me start scanning for the signal. Cross your fingers. I'm inputting the code now.
I guess
Wow, there's a heck of a lot of interference and
crossing my fingers, I don't know.
ghosting. It's gonna take a
I
minute
guess
or
so.
two to lock in.
That's how you
By the
cross my-
way, this little trip you're taking is a heck of an opportunity to find out as much as we can about the Institute and what they're up to.
So much
I put
talking.
a clever little
Oh my
program on
god,
this
launch me.
holotape that'll scan their network and download anything it finds. If you place it in any terminal down there, it'll do the rest. Bring it back to me and I'll see if I can make sense of whatever it found. Well, well, looks like we have a winner. RF wave capture complete. Ramping the emitter. 60%, 80%. Emitter spiking but steady. All that's left is to throw the transmit switch. Transmitting
Do your
in
thing,
3,
girl, do your thing.
2, 1. Stay safe, soldier.
Do your thing. There's like a piece of blood on me. On my forehead, on my eyeball. Oh yes. I'm in the Institutes.
Hello. I wondered if you might make it here. You're quite resourceful.
Am I?
I am known as Father. The Institute is under my guidance. I know why you're here. I'd like to discuss things with you face to face.
Sure, buddy.
Please, step into the
It's
elevator.
stuck.
Damn douche. What's I got 2 missions going on now? Goddamn. Institutionalized. This is pretty epic,
I can
though.
only imagine what you've heard.
First time going through
What
this.
you think of us. I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression.
Yeah, so I don't kill you.
Welcome to the Institute.
Wow.
This is the
Amazing
reality of the
graphics.
Institute. This place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future.
Good for you.
It has never been easy,
Good for you.
and our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now,
Killing tons of people.
we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here.
They're
to
underground the
risk it
whole
all.
time. They're under us.
As you've seen, things above are
Under your
unstable.
character, really.
I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here for your son.
How'd you know? Oh shit. My boy.
Sean?
Huh? Yes, I'm Sean.
Should took out the helmet.
Oh my god. It's really
So
you.
amazed.
Who are you?
I'm your dad.
Sean.
Father, what's
It's
going
me.
on? What's happening?
Why is he white?
I'm your dad. Yes.
What's going on?
It's me.
Father?
Your dad.
Father!
I'm here, Sean. What do you want me to do, Sean? What can I do?
I don't know you. Go away. Father! Father, help me!
Oh my god.
There's someone here. Help me!
That's having my son.
Please, Sean. I'm your father. Talk to me. Just open the door.
Father? Father, help me! He's trying to take me. Father? Father, help me!
I came over here. What the
I've
fuck?
seen the forever, boy.
Fuck you, son.
You go to bed to me, man. I was in the damn chamber. I'm taking your shit too.
Sean.
S923, recall code Cirrus. Fascinating, but disappointing.
My son is drugged.
The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a prototype, you understand. We're only just now beginning to explore the effects of extreme emotional stimuli. Please try and keep an open mind. I recognize that you are emotional, and that your journey here has been
That guy's
fraught
face
with
looks mad as
challenges.
fuck.
Let's start anew. I am Father. Welcome to the Institute.
Father? That's your name? Your title?
Father is my unofficial title. It's what I've come to mean to the people of the Institute, just as you mean to your son, to Sean.
I'll make this very simple. Where is my son?
He's here, in the Institute. Closer than you think. But
I was just
need
saying,
you
that
to
was not my
realize
son.
that this
Like, his pigment is off.
situation is far more complicated than you could have imagined. You have traveled very far, and suffered a great deal to find your son. Well, your tenacity and dedication have been rewarded. It's good to finally meet you, after all this time. It's me. I am Sean. I am your son.
How, nigga?
How is that?
How,
even possible?
motherfucker?
I know this
Bitch
is
boy.
a lot to take in. In the vault, you had no concept of the passage of time. You were released from your pod and went searching for the son you'd lost. But then you learned that your son was no longer an infant.
Look how big you
A
got.
10-year-old boy.
Look how big you got.
You believed that 10 years had passed. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10, but 60 years? That is the reality. And here I am, raised by the Institute, and now its leader.
It wasn't
Lost
right
for words.
what they did. Taking you from me like that.
To you, that would certainly seem true. But to the Institute, it made all the sense in the world. At that time, the year 2227, the Institute had made great strides in synth production. But it was never enough. Scientific curiosity and the goal of perfection drove them ever onward. What they wanted was the perfect machine. So they followed the best example thus far. The human being. Walking, talking, fully articulate, capable of anything.
Human synths? Really?
Human-like synths. A great distinction.
A lot smarter
The
than me.
Institute endeavored to create
Oh, smarter than my
synthetic
character.
organics. The most logical starting point, of course, was human DNA. Plenty of that was available, of course. But it had all become corrupted. In this wasteland, radiation affected everyone. Even in their attempts to shield themselves from the world above, members of the Institute had been exposed. Another source was necessary. But then the Institute found me after discovering records from Vault 111. An infant, frozen in time, protected from the radiation-induced mutations that had crept into every other human cell in the Commonwealth. I was exactly what they needed. And so it was my DNA that became the basis of the
That is
synthetic
crazy.
organics used to create every human-like synth you see today. I am their father. Through science, we are family. The synths, me, and you.
Sean. It's really you.
It really is. I know you must have questions. Please. Anything I can do to help you understand.
Kellogg. he worked for you?
Kellogg. He was an Institute asset long before I arrived here. It wasn't
puppet.
until I became director that I learned of all the things he'd done. What kind of man he was.
You knew the man was a psychopath, but you used him anyway?
Would you have preferred that I turned him loose on the Commonwealth? At least keeping him on a short leash kept the collateral damage to a minimum.
True that, true that.
The Institute took advantage of Kellogg's vicious nature. I will freely admit that. Institute technology prolonged his life, and his usefulness far beyond any normal human lifespan. He never failed the Institute, but his cruelty became more apparent with every completed objective.
Probably being brainwashed right now.
I won't lie. It's no coincidence your path crossed his. It seemed a fitting way to allow you, us, to have some amount of revenge. What else can I say to ease your mind?
Your mother. She never got to see you grow up?
Yes. What happened to her was... I've gone over the records of the incident, of course. It seems her death was an unfortunate bit of collateral damage.
Collateral damage.
Collateral damage? Is that all she was to you?
What would you have me say? The world is a dangerous place. Although I think maybe it always was. It's just a bit more honest.
This is
about
so
it now.
deep.
For
My
many
God.
years, I never questioned who my parents were. I accepted my situation, and that was that. With old age comes regret. And asking what if more often. But what matters now is that you and I have a chance to begin again. What else can I say to ease your mind?
How are you older than me?
So you're in charge of the Institute?
I am the
Fucking
acting
any
director,
bitches?
yes. I spent decades working to reach this point. It's a responsibility I take very seriously. The Institute. It's important. It really is humanity's best hope for the future, no matter what those above ground might think of us.
They need your help, Sean. It's rough up there, to say the least.
Oh, we've tried that. Surprised? The Institute once tried to help create a stabilized Commonwealth government.
My ass.
It ended in bickering, infighting. It was a disaster. No. We look after our own now. Ultimately, the Commonwealth has nothing to fear from us. Whatever you've seen or heard, I know I can convince you of that. Just give me time. I know there's more for us to discuss. But the Institute is on the verge of some important breakthroughs. Your presence would be appreciated as we approach them. I've been a part of something amazing here. I've helped to build a life for myself and the people of the Institute. And
It's
now,
probably a synth.
after all these years, you have an opportunity to help with that. Doesn't that intrigue you? Isn't that what you want?
You want me to stay here? In the Institute?
Yes. That is what I propose.
Hell no.
Is it so hard to imagine? The Institute can provide a better life than anything above ground. You've been in the Commonwealth. You've seen what it's like. I assure you that you are better off with us.
All right.
Thank you. The Institute is now your home as much as it is mine. Please take some time, get to know it. Meet the people you'll be working with. You'll want to introduce yourself to the division heads. Dr. Fillmore in Facilities, Dr. Ayo in SRB, Dr. Holdren in Bioscience, and finally Dr. Lee in Advanced
Your
Systems.
dumbass son.
They've all been notified of your arrival, of course. Meet them, and then we'll discuss what comes next.
You're a dumbass son. This is how these motherfuckers sleep, really. how, you dumb monkey. Sleep.
It's an honor to have you here, sir. I wouldn't be here if not for your son.
It's all a trick. Once I came in it, like, I must have been knocked out and not realized it.
Got it.
The Institute's underground, though. That's what, like, amazes me. You can take a clean dump now instead of a dirty one.
You really are here. Well, all right. I'm Allie Fillmore. You can think of me as the Institute's chief engineer.
This analogy is
told
amazing.
us about you. I could hardly believe it. You've
Like a
been
different
through
type of
so
enclave,
much,
really.
I think most people would have just given up. If you don't mind my asking, what was it that kept you going all that time?
I just wanted to find my son and keep him safe.
Now that you've found him, I hope you're proud of the great man he grew up to be. Now, I'll give you a quick rundown of the Facilities Division, and then I'll answer any questions you might have afterward. As you might guess, we keep the Institute's mechanical and electrical systems running smoothly. We maintain and upgrade all of the systems.
Oh
that
yeah,
make it
girl, speak that
possible to live
knowledge.
and work
Spit
in a
that
place like
knowledge.
this.
Oh
There's a lot
God.
of machinery behind these walls that recycles the air and water and provides power to the laboratories. And
Right.
the work we do might not be as exciting as some of the other
I look
departments.
all worried.
But it's at least
She looks
as
so
important.
worried right now.
So,
Like, what's
now that
going
you're
on?
here and
Like,
you've
why are you so
spoken to
worried?
Father, does that mean you're on board?
With what, bitch?
On board with what?
The Institute, of course. Sean implied you operated on a level, if not equal, then at least similar to the rest of us. Curious. If there's anything else you'd like to know about the Facilities Division, I'm happy to discuss it.
I'm good for now.
I'm not trying to ask a whole bunch of questions, man.
Drive breakdown this month. As far as I'm
Hey.
concerned,
Greetings.
phase out on these
As the Institute's requisition.
Even so,
Damn! Look at this. It's all bright. Oh, it's all bright and amazing looking. I'll take the stairs.
Is it true Food Supplement 77 has been discontinued?
That is correct.
Coursers give
That was
me
my
the
favorite
creeps,
one.
you know?
God, look at that.
Batch 274. Not yet.
Hey, Doc.
I wonder how the
Welcome.
Warwick family is
So
doing.
good to have you.
Yeah, I came in on conversation. How you feel? How you feel? How you feel, huh? I look
Look forward to learning more about it.
And that,
Right.
as the name implies, the Bioscience Division specializes in fields of study such as botany.
Who doesn't know
genetics, and
bioscience,
Our
right?
most important.
Who
to
doesn't?
that,
Who
we
doesn't
need-
know that?
you
Sounds like a waste of time to me.
It's just some. I'm.
Tone it down, pal. I doubt it.
It's a big decision. In any.
Shut
I'm good
the
for now.
fuck
Thanks.
Take
up.
care then.
Look, pissed off when I was saying that shit. Bitch boy. Biosonics. Bioscience.
Dr. Holdren sent
A
gorilla.
fucking gorilla? Enough? Oh, 2 gorillas? God damn. Growing some real plants up in here.
Dr. Watson doesn't think I'm Institute material.
God damn. I would expect Lee to be in here, but I guess not. Looking at the Institute looks pretty awesome. Amazing. It was fantastic. Tremendous, stupendous. Trying to sound smart out her. He's a Sith?
I guess you're from one
Hey.
of the vaults, huh?
I can't express how truly humbling it is to stand
Hi
in
there.
your presence.
Huh?
Alice Thompson. I don't know why that rings a bell. I don't know why. Advanced systems. Oh, you got a fucking thingamajig that can teleport you another space time continuum.
She's been at it for over 2 hours. What is she even testing?
Nothing. At this point, she's just doing it for fun.
No, bitch, I don't give a fuck. Actually, I was looking for you.
Me? Why?
I've been sent by the Brotherhood of Steel to find you.
You don't beat around the bush, I'll give you that. I knew it was
just a matter of time before your people would
Madison
track me
Lee.
down. I've been looking over my shoulder for almost a decade, waiting for them to send someone like you to kill me.
Why would we want you dead?
I did some pretty sensitive work for the Brotherhood of Steel. Even though Lyons let me go, there were a few others in the ranks that thought I knew too much. That's why I came to the Institute. It was the only place that I thought I'd be out of the Brotherhood's reach and still be able to do my research. Since Father trusts you, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. I might not agree with everything he says, but I know he'd never allow harm to come my way.
This is crazy.
Say what you came here to say, and then leave me alone.
Are you happy here?
You'd think being surrounded by cutting-edge laboratory equipment and some of the greatest minds the world's ever known would be enough. Only problem is the lack of transparency. I don't think we get the full story on everything that occurs down here. What does that have to do with why we're talking?
Return to the Brotherhood.
You should return to the Brotherhood.
Even if I wanted to return to them, why would they want me back?
The Brotherhood valued your presence, and we'd like you to come back.
Well, how sweet of them. Tell me something. Why would I possibly want to come crawling back to them? What reason would I have here?
Father trust.
Let me see that Pip-Boy of yours. I've been told to install a Courser chip in it for you. Father's orders. You're to be given full access, with the ability to relay in and out of the Institute at will.
Thank you.
That's some high-tech stuff! Alright, alright, alright! Alright, alright, alright!
In case the
Some high-tech
significance is
stuff.
lost on you,
Some real
you'll be the
high-tech
only
stuff.
one here with that kind of access. If nothing else, it should demonstrate the amount of trust Father has placed in you. Speaking of, I trust our discussion will remain between the two of us. Now, I need to get back to work, and I'm sure you have other things to do.
Yeah, bitch.
In case anyone didn't mention it, Quiet Time runs.
Shut up, you bald-headed nerd!
Authorized personnel only.
So Dr. Ayo thinks he can hide in his office.
Look at this
Well, you can tell
robot,
him that
though.
I intend to speak to Father about these unannounced.
Who are you? Scanning who? What? You backing up? You backing up for? What are those, bar? Yeah, yeah. Get quiet now. Get quiet now.
Welcome to the Institute.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
It's an honor to meet you.
Got
sir.
me sweaty.
All looking forward to working with you.
Out! Wait!
Package upgrades I asked for. Maybe I
Please.
should take the courses with me.
God damn it.
Please don't.
Open that door.
It is between
You're
us
here.
and pretty much
Hello.
apartments.
Doc.
You going soft on me, Alana? So,
I'm right here.
here you are. Justin Ayo, Acting Director of the Synth Retention Bureau. I'll be upfront with you. We're going to be keeping a close eye on you for the near future. Despite your relation to Father, you're a bit of an unknown quantity.
I'm sure you understand. There won't be any issues.
You need to
will
shave
there?
your mustache. You need to grow some hair.
Why? Don't you trust me?
I'll
You
be
need
honest.
some sense.
You're an outsider.
The first outsider to be
Mofo.
allowed access to the Institute in quite a long time, in fact. There's little precedent for this situation, so it's only natural to take extra precautions. It's nothing personal, I assure you.
You just
Now,
mad,
Father
bro.
has asked that I provide you with a brief
Hey,
overview
bro.
of the synth retention. Our primary responsibility is the recovery of escaped synths that are hiding among the human population on the surface.
If the synths want to be free, you should let them.
Synths do not want. They might look like human beings, but they're machines. As to why they're escaping? That matter is currently under investigation. Our main instrument is the Courser, a third-generation synth assigned to operate on the surface. Coursers hunt down and reclaim
It's probably Nick
synths
Valentine.
that have escaped the Institute. They are
It's
highly
probably
self-sufficient,
Nick Valentine.
trained in combat, infiltration, and tracking. In a word, our
That's
Coursers
the only
are relentless.
one
But I
in my
gather you
head.
know all this, since you've encountered one already. In fact, I'd very much like to know how you defeated it.
I'm no stranger to combat.
Even so, a Courser should be more than a match for any single combatant. I suppose I'll have to ask robotics.
No,
to
it's
perform
actually the other one,
detailed
sorry.
Diagnostics on the entire production run. As if we don't have enough problems. Now, unless you need something else, I'll get back to work.
Institutionalized.
I'd like to know more about the synth reclamation process.
Fine. Once a Courser has located a rogue synth, it uses that synth's recall code to wipe its memories and render it inert. We then begin the delicate process of restoring the neural pathways to their original configuration. In those cases where the procedure is successful, the synth returns to duty with no memory of its time on the surface. All too often, we're unable to repair the damage and are forced to...
All this talking! Shut the hell up! God damn! Got me brainwashed. God, man, I don't want to know all that stuff. Damn. Oh, God.